How's everyone doing? Hello, hello, hello. It is me. It is I, Satoshi. How you guys doing? Yeah. Sorry this part took a while. I know I should probably be apologizing for my top 10 disliked units of the year video not being out, even though I said it'd be out like a week and a half ago. But it's okay. That'll be out tomorrow, hopefully, most likely. Dude, literally that summon stream, bro, like that shit like took out so much out of me. Is not even funny. Like, could you blame me? Could you blame me, bro? Come on. Like, yeah, hope everyone's doing well. What's up, Sarah News? Hi, gonna lurk. I hope you have a good time. Thanks. I appreciate the lurking. What's up, Ruben? Hey, Satoshi, you don't gotta apologize. It's Faye who should apologize. Facts. Horned Skull ASMR. I uninstalled Faye when I saw that Tempest trial announcement. My 4th time doing that. Oh, yeah. I could. I don't blame anyone for being upset. I really, really don't. Yeah. What's up, Lord Lopes? So the other day, I made a tweet saying, Faye community reaction. Please reply your thoughts on the Tempest trials change. Okay, I should probably have this in a different window. Shut up, window. Stop telling me to update. I don't want to update. I made a post saying Faye community reaction because a lot of people like this, actually. A lot of people do. And needless to say, a lot of people had something to say. We have 109 responses. This was originally going to be a video, and then I was like, wow, that's a lot of responses. Maybe I should stream it instead. So here we are. No promises about going over everyone, but I'll try my best to see as much as I can. Yeah, I'll obviously say my thoughts about it towards the end, or if like someone pretty much, you know, has the same thoughts as I do. Cause I kind of like brushed it a little bit on the New Year's Baldur reaction video. I kind of was like, oh my god, I'm gonna make a whole video about this because it would have turned into a fucking rant video. What's up, iBout? Hope you're doing well. I hope I'm saying your name right. I'm gonna like shoot myself if I am not saying it right, but I hope you're doing well. What's up, Sprite? We got Lord Lopes. We got Jasir. One of the few times the Faye community gets along and agrees on saying, yo, facts. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, without further ado, let's just start going through this because there's 109. I don't know if I'll get to everyone, but I'll try. First we got Mevi. This is honestly not a very good idea. It's a horrible choice they are making by giving us old seasonal units that aren't even that good. I feel like with enough feedback from players, they will change their minds, but I doubt it. So, all right. I said this with the harmonized Braves when we didn't get a GHB. Am I someone that's affected by this? Gonna be so honest with you, not really. Can I acknowledge that this is a bad thing? Yes, I think both can be true, because I don't want to talk about it too much. We just started. I don't want to talk about my feelings. But one thing I will say, I feel like with enough feedback from players, they will change their minds, but I doubt it. I think they would. I honestly think they would. I don't think that it would be something that they could fix like that. Like, let me give an example. Eyebolt. Oh, okay. Bet. Say less. Bet. All right, I'll say it. All right, I'll remember that. That'll be in my noggin for the test of time. So we kind of bullied them into reverting changes before, like with the arena, like the scummy arena change they tried doing like almost a year ago. The chosen Alphonse shenanigans, literally not being able to use them in Aetherytes. They were able to fix it like that. I know it's probably not gonna feel like if there were to be like a reversion. It might be a while for them to actually implement that again, because you got to remember they have to get they got to commission the art, they got to commission the voice actors, and that takes time. So if I feel like let's say like thousands of people send feedback like right now requesting to fix that, we're probably not going to see that getting fixed again like for at least like half a year, if you want my honest opinion. Do I think that should have happened in the first place? Hell no. But you know, we can't really change that, unfortunately. I personally do think, whether people want to believe it or not, if we all like mass submit feedback, they actually do listen to us. Like I feel like the super major things that we requested for them to revert, they have just, you know, listened to us and just, you know, reverted it for us, you know. You can 100% distance yourself and say, oh, that doesn't really matter too much to me, but still think, yeah, exactly. Better keep that name in mind. I think he's the only FEH who also crazy. Yeah. I'm just really bad at names in general. But I don't worry. I've been following them for a minute on Twitter. Not sure if I have a full opinion on this whole Tempest Trials Plus situation yet, since I was more of disliking ℎ𝔬𝔢 getting an alt. Oh my god, the Tempest Trials change is like, bro. Let's say the Tempest Trials things was not like that it didn't happen. I promise you, I would have made a rant video about like ℎ𝔬𝔢 being blessable, bro. Like, oh my god, offense is about to be easy again. Oh my god, dude. Oh my god, dude. I don't want to get into it. Another ℎ𝔬𝔢. Summoner Duels S is gonna be fucking annoying, because now, oh, I gotta ban 2 ℎ𝔬𝔢 teams. Woo! Like, oh my, I don't even want to think about that. Grammy says, I think it's a really poor change with the new change. While some people will get the chance to get older units they couldn't obtain before, it removes a new F2P hero every month. With this change in place, the only new F2P units we get every month are GHBs and quest rewards. Yeah. You're so scared this next AR season? Yeah, me too. Yeah. Again, I said this for the GHBs, like us not getting a GHB for the harmonic 𝔐𝔬 units. Less is always bad, especially in a gacha game. You never want to just take away shit. You always want to just add on to it. You don't want to, like, you know, like, this doesn't even feel like a trade if you ask me personally. It feels like the same shit, really. But like, not as good. It's weird. It's so weird. And then, cause like, dude, there's like so many JP players that I know that like +10 that New Year's Ash, and like they're like so mad. They're like so livid, and I felt so bad. Oh. Lilith says, not a fan. The free unit from Tempest Trials was honestly my favorite part of seasonal banners most of the time. So yeah, sucks. It's possibly gone forever. I hope it's not gone forever. They better not, dude. Wasn't FEH getting their act together with inheritables? This sounds needless. Yes, they were. Yes. They were giving us a lot of good inheritables. Dude, 𝔐𝔬𝔩 Lance from like almost exactly a year ago is still like arguably one of the best lances in the game. You know, because of how strong it is. 𝔐𝔬𝔩 dagger, still one of the best inheritable daggers. Like, and just like in general, I feel like a lot of demotes and grail weapons that are inheritables have, yeah, they've just been stepping it up, and like it's kind of like sad to just see that go away, you know. Yeah, it just sucks. Doggo says, horrible. Perhaps it would have been better to implement this earlier or alongside the usual new Tempest trial unit by offering one random seasonal and the new one. As it is now, it only alienates more fans. I really hope they reconsider this decision. This is where I stand. I think like what they could have done is that, let's say, okay, new Tempest Trials unit, right? Instead of giving us 2, they give us 1, and then the other one could have been like, oh, like the old 5-star or whatever. Like they could have done that, you know? But they didn't. I don't know why. They could have had both. Am I crazy into thinking that? They could have easily put both. I don't know. That would have been like praised, I feel like, oh, now you need like 500 more grails for like the last copy. Does that suck? I guess, but like that would have been like a good middle ground if you asked me, instead of just taking away Tempest Trials, like new Tempest Trials units, like period. Like that sucks. That's horrible. Sarah News says IS could have done so many things to lessen the blow of no more Tempest Trials units. I wouldn't be as annoyed if they'd given us the choice of picking which outdated seasonal we got. That would have been awesome. This would have been awesome. If we had the choice, that would have been awesome. Maybe add a few restrictions like Gen 1 to 6, no duo/harmonics. You can't pick the same unit over and over again, etc. I think I like that idea. That would have definitely lessened the blow at least a little bit, but I don't know, man. That's rough, dude. I did hear from someone that IS did this to cut costs. Not sure how true that is from what I've heard. It's weird because we've been consistently $2 million a month for the past like year and a half. So I don't know why they needed to do this. I don't know. It's not like we dipped down. We've been like steady for like a year and a half, like consistently 2 million for like a year and a half. I don't know. That's crazy to me. That's really crazy to me. The illusion of growth. I don't know. Could it have been to cut costs? Probably. But unfortunately, we just don't know these things. I don't know. I don't know. Fancy Dragon. The biggest issue I have with the Tempest Trials changes is that the old units they give out don't have much of a purpose as new Tempest Trials units, which could introduce new characters or new alts for old characters. In my opinion, with new old units, they either have to be good units or have substantial fodder to compensate for the Tempest Trial units being removed. I definitely don't think these units are going to be in a good meta state, but also the amount of skill creep that's occurring means that unless we get new skills that use these skill trees, their effectiveness as fodder decreases. That's also true. That's a really good point. Yeah, so Tempest Trials units are not only for like the unpopular characters, they're also just free units everyone can get. They're also, like he said, a lot of the time, or at least half the time, the skills that they have are usually used for like branch fodder for like meta skills. But with less Tempest Trials units that we're getting, it's like now we're losing that out on like there's just so many layers to this. It's like, oh no, now unpopular characters aren't gonna get as many ults, and then oh no, now we're also getting less bridge fodder, so now we have to like spend more to get more skills, you know? Like it's crazy. I already submitted my feedback. I implore everyone to do the same if this is like really bad for you, or like if you don't like this. I definitely do think if enough people like submit enough feedback that like they can fix this. But again, if they do decide to roll this back, something like this I feel like is not going to be like, okay, next banner we'll bring it back. It's definitely going to be like a couple of months to like half a year before they implement this thing back. It wouldn't roll back for 6 months. Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying, Oblivion. For me, minimum 6 months. This isn't something like the arena change where they could you know, fix it. Oh, next update, yeah, chosen Alphonse now works. Oh, the arena change that you guys bullied me for a year ago. Yeah, never mind. Here's how we're gonna do it now. Like, it's not that easy. Like, they've probably already commissioned the artists and got the voice actors for like the next like half year, you know? Like, this is, I don't know. And if it took us a year plus to get English voices in the game, I know it's kind of different. Like, if it took a year plus to get English voices in the game for certain characters, I'm gonna hold my breath on this getting rolled back. I do think it'll happen if enough people, again, reach out, but it won't be for a while, dude. What's up, Oblivion? Yo, Oblivion, if you want to be part of this, feel free to. I'll be in private room 1, just in case. No pressure, of course, no pressure. Bro's probably at work, not gonna lie. You're at work? Fuck. Okay, well. I worry a lot for free-to-play players and those who don't love Lords as much as the majority does. Yeah. Take it away for the entire book, then for 10th anniversary, the surprise gift. Oh, that's horrible. Oh, that would be horrible. Look, guys, we did it. We brought it back. Aren't we great? If you could plus 10 them, it might be better. But as of now, IS just slapped us veterans of FEH in the face. Yeah, kinda. I actually contacted them directly, and even though they couldn't give info on Tempest trials, they told me they don't have a single information about end of service, at least the European department. That's interesting. Hey, Blaze, thank you so much for the 5 gifted. Appreciate you so much. Thank you. Chris England, Lilac, ℭ𝔗𝔤𝔐, that's a cute name. Johan, Sanana. Guys, if you are a member, please ping me in Discord in the server so I can give you the access to the members only channel. Because I keep forgetting to ask that. That's important. And the Discord, if you haven't known, it's in the description. It's free. Anyone can join. It's fun. That would be horrible, Oblivion, if they did that. That would actually be horrible. I really hope not. Oh, Lord. Emblem Ike. It's very annoying, 100% bad, though this change, we lose not only new content, but it's also recently what's been very good in Harables. Yup, and Bridge Fodder. It's unlikely we'll get unpopular characters getting an alt. Yeah, there's no way. Yeah. We'll get more Ninja 2025 level generic banners. I hate that. I hope not. Ninjas are my favorite banners, tied with Christmas, in terms of seasonals. I think my overall most liked banners are just Fallen and Braves, but those are my 2 favorite seasonals. Oh my god, ninjas have been so boring for like 2 years, 2 to 3 years. Vasquez, there's zero reason why we couldn't have both the Ash and a new that's what I'm saying. It should have been both. Everyone would have been like, what? That's so cool. This is clearly them trying to cut costs. Yeah, probably. Hopefully the player base showing their dislike. I think they'll change it. What's next? GHBs 2. Okay, there's no way they take away GHBs. I've been very tiptoey with mentioning EOS. I've been very I've tried really, and maybe it's my bias because I really do like FEH despite the game fucking pissing me off like to no end, but I've been really tiptoeing around EOS and trying to look, you know, more towards the positives. But if they take away GHBs too, I will 1,000,000%, that'll sell me on the EOS train like instantly, like literally. Yeah, that would literally scream to me EO personally. iBolt. The more I think, the sadder I get because Tempest Trials units are extremely important to the game's ecosystem. They're less popular characters. They bring new artwork. They have skills and weapons that can be useful, and more importantly, they're someone's favorites. Definitely a charitable change. Yeah, I mean, this is pretty much more or less how I feel. I know there is a couple people that are like, okay, but how good are GHBs and Tempest Trials units, like, actually? Like, how often are people, you know, actually plus 10ing these units? Or how many of these units are actually arena viable? And while I agree it's like 3 times a year max, or like 2 times a year max, that people would use them in like arena or like in every single game mode, I will always die on the hill where taking away things is always bad, especially in a gacha game. There's literally just no reason to do that. Like, literally. I don't understand it. Again, while I agree the majority of people probably are stockpiled like crazy with grails because they themselves don't pick, you know, they don't plus 10 a lot of grail units, they're still someone's favorite at the end of the day, you know? So it's just, I don't know. I personally just don't understand how people can somewhat defend this. But it is what it is. I don't know. No new 𝔉𝔬𝔩𝔢𝔕 F2P ult, yeah. Dire Thunderhead. In blunt words, it's a bad change. Objectively bad. We lose a new unit and in turn new fodder. Yup, pretty much the same thing as everyone else is saying. The quote-unquote upside is getting an old 5-star from a previous banner. The problem with this quote-unquote upside is that the 5-star so far are years-old units who do not have worthwhile fodder, aren't meta relevant, and aren't even close to a refine either. Yeah, all around a bad trade. Yup, exactly. And you can't even plus 10 them from the grails. You can only get 2. You know, I forgot about this until recently. Yeah, this blows. I'm not one to doom post about EOS, especially since most of it is unwarranted and paranoia. I do think a lot of EOS talk is kind of paranoia, low key. But anyways, that's a discussion for a different day. This is the first time ever that I am at least a little worried. There isn't any other reason to make 1 less unit a month than for budget cut purposes. I want this revised. Yeah, the more I talk, sprinkles. I'm gonna retweet that. Sprinkles. Yeah, I think. I'm trying to think of other, like the more I think about it and the more I try, like I'm trying for it to not be that guy being like, oh, it's budget cuts because you want to see money. But it really just is. It just, there's literally just no other way to put it. It just literally is. Hot take, I would prefer they cut out GHBs instead of Tempest Trials Plus. Ooh, interesting. Imagine giving and adding OG Lucina. Oh, not Lucina. Lucy. Oh, wait. Yeah. OG Lucina, Lynn, Ryoma to the Grail shop and keep seasonals as they are. Chat, W take or not? Hold on. Hold on. You know what? Thank you for the retweet. I can't watch when I'm at work. Love you lots, Sprinkles. Take care. You know what? Call me crazy. Okay, I'm not saying that they should take away freebies from the Grail pool, but I think I agree with Ren that I think it should, if it had to have been one of the two, it should have been GHBs. I think low key. Hold on. It might, you know what? I don't know. Okay, we'll not talk about that. Maybe that's an L. I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know. I'm conflicted. Anyways, Scarecrow. Not a fan at all. Tempest Trials units were how a lot of less popular characters got into the game. Yeah. To know my favorite character in the series was the last new Tempest Trials. Yeah. The literal last one, bro. Kill some? Yeah, that's crazy. Yeah. Yeah, that's... Our best free units have been GHBs, bro. Marnie is a GHB. Grimmel is a GHB. That's true, actually. That's true. When was the last meta-relevant unit that was a seasonal emote? Or seasonal Tempest Trials? Winter Eekton here is great. I have like 2 of those ashes sitting in my combat manuals, lol. At face value, it's cheap. Looking deeper, it's like a big neon EOS sign. I still feel annoyed about the Brave Harmonic unit thing too, but at least it's a modern unit honoring obviously popular characters. That's how I looked at it. This is how I looked at the CYL Harmonics. Personally, I think they handled it and the timing was horrible. But that's how I looked at the CYL Harmonics. You could say it's a cash grab. Is it? Maybe. But like, you know, that's, first of all, gotcha, lol. 2, I mean, yeah, that's pretty much it. Just gotcha, lol. What's up, Legend Scum? Lim Stella, my beloved. Black Knight? I forgot. He was there. Hi, this is Dire Thunderhead on another account. I saw the tweet like notification, so I came to say hi. Hello! I prefer GHBs to Tempest Trials because of GHBs tend to be the way antagonists get into FEH, which I'm a big fan of. Yeah, unless you're Raphael, I guess. Oh my god, Raphael is an antagonist. It sucks we want a free original unit, ruins my chances of a Julia Grail unit. I think she'll just be a straight up 5-star, which I get it. You want her to be free, so what? Can't even blame you. Can't even blame you. Can't blame you. My apologies. I hate it. It makes F2P being harder, which I am not. Which I'm not, by the way. I like this. An honest person right here. which I'm not. I appreciate that. And in the long run, it'll mean that less popular characters will get. Yup. Honestly, I'd rather get a ton of grails instead of some old random seasonal. At least that way I can get some old projects to +10. Right now, without doing PvP, it's almost impossible. Actually, yeah, you can only get grails through PvP, so ugh. Yikes. Armis says, I like that profile picture. If they gave us more recent units, then maybe it'd be all right. But giving us outdated units with fodder from 3 years ago pretty much tells me that this is them not carrying cutting costs. I don't like to eat. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's what everyone's pretty much having the same. Yeah, okay, we're already almost done. Jeez, are we almost done? Oh my god, we have so many responses. Jesus. It's a very awkward decision that will hurt many characters. Yeah. Eeks plot armor. Peak thumbnail? Thank you, thank you. I think it puts Grail units in general into question. Do you guys think that GHBs will also get affected by this? Hold on. I'm just curious. I'll make a poll. So die. I didn't have to put die, but nothing's off the table. Jeez. I would hope not. I would hope not too. I think as well as showing what FEH feels is quote unquote safe to give players for free and deeming a once premium unit as completely unsalvageable and outdated. Yeah, a lot of these guys are really out. Grails are gonna feel a little useless if we can only use them twice on these rerun things. Yeah. Grails, yeah, Grails are gonna like have way more less value. I mean, again, it depends on the person, because like, what if like New Year's Ash is your favorite person ever and like you just could not summon? But you know, it's obviously not for everyone. It's gonna be shitty, but For like 99% of people, it will. So they essentially removed what allowed their game to stay playable for F2P at some degree. Okay, I think that's a little harsh. As well as closing the possibilities for fan favorite characters to see the light. Many characters first appeared or only exist thanks to Tempest Trials. Yeah. I think people would be less mad at the Tempest Trial changes if the 1500 reward was anything other than shards of all things. Right, yeah. I forgot about that. Yeah, so you're gonna get it once. You're gonna get the character once, and then what would have been like an other free unit is just fucking shards. It could have put like anything else there, dude. Imagine they put like I don't know, like a floret or like an aided. I don't know, literally anything, dude. Like shards. Who's starving on shards? Ruben, IS took away a source of free stuff. If IS wants to keep the game alive, at least give us a celestial stone and make it the last reward for Tempest Trials. An old 5-star seasonal isn't going to cut it. At least let us plus 10 those seasonals. It's not like their skills are good. I agree with the plus 10 part. The fact that we can only do that twice is fucking insane. They should give us a copy of the new Sedgar. They should also do that. I agree. They should just do that too. Solely for CYL. That 5th slot consistently gave us picks we never would have thought would see an alt. The only way I could see this as a good change is for IS to allocate a new unit or two to these obscure picks instead of the same hot dog, taco, hamburger units. However, this would mean lower revenue / ban. Yeah. Really disappointing. I always looked forward to the Tempest Trials units, and some of them are my favorites in the whole game. FEH is just in a bad state right now, and it shows they don't care about fixing it. Or EOS is happening soon. I personally think we have at least 2 years? At least? 2, 3? Probably 2. I think we have 2026 and then 2027. And then the rest just depends on what the next 2 years really looks like, honestly. Really disappointing. I always look forward to the Tempest Trial, the Tempest units, and some of them are my favorites in the whole game. Phasers in a bad. Oh yeah, I just read this. Whoopsie. Andres. It sucks. I like to get a free unit, even if it's at if units wasn't really strong, but I like getting a new unit to train and stuff. I'm not happy with this. All right, nice and simple. Ragnarok's story needs to wrap up. Unless they make a Fae 2 or something like that, 2 to 3 years. If Fae dies, they need to not make a Fae 2 right away. Because like only like a quarter of what Fae 1's player base is gonna like migrate to Fae 2. Fae 2 could be amazing, but if they do it right after Fae 1, it's not gonna like Fae 1 has to EOS, and that has to settle for a bit. Let everyone settle with that, you know, have them be like have enough time for them to be like, damn, you know what? I miss Fae. Or like, man, I miss having that filler Fire Emblem game between mainline games. You know? Make them feel that, but don't also wait too long for it's like, who cares? Although I don't think it'll happen like that. I don't think that'll be the case. But if a Fae 2 happens, they have to have time in between. They cannot just jump right up, because then that is the ultimate cash grab move, in my opinion. That's the ultimate cash grab move. They needed budget cuts. They could just move seasonal demote to the Tempest Trial slot and have a 3rd unit banner. This was a big mess. Chat, would you have preferred that? Would you guys have been okay with that if the 4-star demote was in the Grail shop? Would you guys be okay with that? Would that have been better? I'm curious. Would you guys like that? If Fae EOSs and then immediately makes a Fae 2, it makes me feel like they were lazy and just wanted to abandon Fae to start over. If they're doing this for budgets and then fund a new game, no. Still sucks, but at least we get better rate. 3-person banner have better rates, yeah. I mean, they could be scummy and then just still leave them in there. What if they just still leave them in there? And, like, it's still a 4-person banner, but like you have the option to spend orbs or grails. Like, you can do both. Maybe. That would be nice. I'm still a little torn on that because, again, we're missing it because we normally get like what, we get like 5 per seasonal. That would make it down to 4, but that 4th unit will be easier accessible to everyone. Maybe. Okay, so yes. Wow, most of you think GHBs are also eventually gonna die. Let's make that a poll. Should 4-star 𝔬𝔬𝔩𝔬𝔴 also be in the Grail pool? Chat, I'm freaking out, by the way, because I think I did my goal. I think I hit my first rank 1 in Ether raids. So far, no one had. I got rematched and I lost 14 hours ago, but it was during loss control. So yeah, and I'm checking my Ether raids right now. No one has raided me since. I'm about to get my first rank 1 in Ether raids. I officially conquered all of FEH. I did it. It only took 9 years. Saw you in top 1. Thank you. Well, okay, there's 50 minutes left, so I gotta. No, don't stop. Don't say that, Sothis. What's up, Professor Toad? Hey, Sarah Sanders. I feel like realistically, if they put 4-star demotes in the Grail shops, then the demotes would get worse and have worse skills. That would suck. They better not do that. I mean, I don't know. Like, would Ninja Hreed's really good, by the way, chat. Would Ninja Hreed be worse if he was a Grail unit? I don't know. I don't know. Raspberry? That's an Identity V profile picture, I think. Oh my god, it said Identity V in the it said Identity V in the bio. I did. Let's go. It's really unfortunate. It's going to make the whole system with Grails kind of questionable, and it takes away the chance. Yep. Yeah. I can't get another 𝔍𝔬𝔩 in the Grail pool. Damn it. Gumber Sauce says, well, I don't like it, but I don't necessarily think it was done maliciously. Interesting. It seems to me they're cutting. Okay, yeah. Everyone's general consensus is it's cutting costs. Who weren't really used much anyway, to extend the game's lifespan because of lower profit. It's weird because I think Tacho made a video about it, which, by the way, amazing video. Check out Tacho's video about the FEH revenue. FEH is still making 2 million a month, and it's been like that for like a year and a half. Like, we've been like steady. I think we only had 1 bad month, which, if you want my personal opinion, was justifiably like a flop month. It was, I think, June or July. That month was horrible because the kits were horrible, the unit choices were horrible. Yeah, it was like that. Almost that entire month was like just horrible, and we still hit 1.9 million. I don't know why. I think it was because of Baldur and Hoth are just carrying that month. I don't know, with Satoshi able Hildgard summons? Yeah, thank you so much, Pelagian Scum, again for that. You're so real for that, as well as everyone else that supered in that stream. You guys are goated. Spoopy says, I briefly thought of returning to FEH for the 5th time in as many years for Gatekeeper. But if they're getting lazy with Tempest trial distributions, I'll skip. That's unfortunate, but I can't fault you. Salute emoji. Draco says, it's the first time I actually thought about quitting the game after 10 years. Oh, I can see that it's getting much closer to a shutdown than I thought, so I'm gonna slow down on spending and even playing if that's the case. The game isn't in a good state and this doesn't help. That's unfortunate. I've seen a lot of people the past like half year just either taking a break, saying that they're gonna cancel FEH Pass, or just it's unfortunate. It's very unfortunate. I feel like it is definitely going to drive away players because it limits less popular. Yeah. Yep. Sucks losing free to play units in exchange for reheated nachos. That's hilarious. That's a funny way of putting it. Most of my favorites, usually lesser popular units, tends to be the Tempest trial slot. So this really hurts the chances of my Blorbos getting ults, or getting in the game in general. In the case of Garcia from FE8, it's a really sad change for me. Damn. FEH is already really tough for new players to get into. Yeah, it kind of is. It's still fun casually, from what, like, just from like what I observe. But, you know, even they can just, you know, even this, like a change like this just hurts them, you know, like it's not great. It's clear they're cutting costs to have uptime until the end of this book, where EOS will likely hit. Otherwise, no idea why they decide to cut Tempest trial Grail units like this, other than maybe they thought the player base wasn't using them much. Anyways, 3 free Ninos, yippee. Yippee. Okay, I'm gonna like skim through a little bit of these because there's no way I'm gonna read 100. Respectfully, chat. Let's go to the ones down here. Solly. Tempest Trials units rewards were legit the only way for unpopular characters to get alt. Hashtag I still love you, Hubert. I don't even want these shitty old characters with outdated fodder. What am I going to use them for? At least Tempest Trials characters came with decent heritable weapons. Yeah. 3 New Year's. At least one person's happy. At least one person's happy. Gay Emblem. The Tempest Trials Plus was a nice way to get for everyone to get a free 5-star. Yeah. Girl, I'm about ready to give it up. I'm so sorry, Sonny. I hate it. As someone who likes characters that most people will be like, these are the worst units in the game. This will drastically kill any chance they get in. I'm still waiting for base Liar, Fiona, Aran, and potentially base Tormod to get in the game. Shit, actually shit, change it back. Such a scam. What's next? They'll give them a shitty refine too? Probably. My thoughts are the community is too freaking toxic for no reason whatsoever. Like, are 4 new characters not enough? I think Tacha's video he showed the new downloads and it was like 10 to 15k a month. That's honestly more than I thought it would have. It's not great. It's not great at all. But it's more than I thought it'd be. I thought that would be like 1 or 2k. I'm curious when they will do their first FE Shadows banner. I mean actual banner, not Lin. I don't know. So we aren't getting many new players at all, which means losing existing players is a massive blow. Yup. Slowly reducing content is a sign of EOS. Live Sigurd reaction. Was too long. Okay. We'll read this. I play this game as a light spender for over 9 years by now. Ever since Pact Xander's ran around arena. Hacked Xanders. I'm a huge grandpa. I don't think they've ever done something as terrible as this. You get decent fodder traded for, almost no merges, max 3 copies, seasonals that will get a refine in 2023 if you're lucky. No inheritable weapons for F2P. 4,000 universal crystals at 15k. That's crazy. I hope they revert this. Yeah. He hacked Xanders. I forgot about that. Bear Ike we trust. I always look forward to the new Tempest trials. Yeah, the new inheritables. Yeah, the new inheritables have been so, like, just when they started being great with these seasonals, man, with their inheritables, they just fucking do this. That's crazy. They're like, nah, you can get 1 less a month. I understand that. Okay, Max, RoyalUltimax. Shoutouts to RoyalUltimax, by the way, for the thumbnail. I understand that it's a bad decision, but I don't think it warrants all the insane doom posting and worrying about EOS soon. People are showing their disapproval of it / sending feedback, and IS will probably make changes. We just have to wait and see what happens. That's fair. That's fair. Again, it depends, man. I don't know. If this is one of those things where if they decide now to roll it back, it's not gonna get rolled back till at least like half a year. You know? I don't think cutting costs, like I could see it being like a sign of EOS, but to me, looking at cutting costs, now I'm not saying it's good. It's, to me, that shows that at least a little bit they want to make the game still live for a bit longer. I don't know. Is that weird to say? Am I weird for saying that? Like, am I weird for saying that's a weird way of showing it's not EOS, but it's a step towards it? That's I could, yeah, that's how I'm, yeah. All right, we'll go for like 14 more minutes. It's like taking grandma to the nursery home. She ain't dead yet. That's crazy. Okay, so you guys would have wished they put the 4-star in the, okay, huh. Interesting. Interesting. Everyone at Intes who approved of this change should be ashamed of themselves. While I do agree, I don't think we should send feedback, be like, you know, cursing them out. We should be respectful, you know. But yeah, this change just sucks. Attack, defense, sadness. That's crazy. I won't say it spells EOS, but it spells we're just going to recycle our old units that might not be viable unless you invest a lot to them. If they were going to change anyway, why not give us the option to choose who we want? Would you guys have been more tolerable of this if we could choose the units we want? Like, oh, instead of New Year's Ash, it's anyone from that banner. So it'd be like Elm and like Fafnir. Would you guys have been more chill with that? Again, in a perfect world, I wish this coincided along with getting a new unit. Like, just straight up. This fucking sucks. Tempest Trial, 90% of the fire... The Tempest Trials change literally cuts 90% of the Fire Emblem cast of getting any type of ult. Other than being free, they have 5% chance of being a fodder 5-star or a demote. Rip any FE character people still want in the game now because it's very unlikely new characters will get them now. Materially, not the greatest loss ever, but if the trend of slashing costs continue due to their failure to generate revenue from their game, we could see more things that are introduced to make money and fail because they didn't think it through, leading into a weird spiral where you need to make money somehow, but the player base is dwindling You don't have any ideas to get people in, or at least spend more money, and you strip any unnecessary costs and hope that the revenue stops dropping. This is all multiple years in the future, mind you, but it's okay. There's also the possibility that for whatever reason, they only do this change for the 2 listed Tempest trials, Ash and Nino, and K for whatever reason. Although that remains to be seen with future updates. Yeah. I'll make it simple. Alois, Heinemann, Leopold, Frost, Gilbert, Arcanine, Lorenz, Vander, Cord, Braum, Tortino's Pizza Roll. These are all unpopular characters who happen to fall among my top 50 Fire Emblem favorites. They're now all losing out on a crucial slot. Yeah. This new change is buns, bro. I know it's a funny to say, oh, the game is reaching EOS, but once this book is done, I'm actually worried about the game. Yeah. It's shit like 3 houses units. Okay. Okay, sure. Google translated. Ooh, a JP player has thoughts. I get the impression that the Japanese community has expressed a lot of lament over this change, with many people lamenting the loss of opportunities for new units to appear and the loss of orbs that they had previously spent. Chat, I follow a lot of JP players, and I've started following them for like, what, 2 years? I started following them like for like the past 2 years. They're always, for the most part, so chill. Mad like, okay, cool. I'm excited. Yeah. Oh, this sucks. Oh well. It's a little greedy, but I don't mind it. Bro, this change happened. I like saw like 3 good tweets from them. Everyone else was crashing out. And that, to me, that says a lot. Because I have the impression that they're like the nicest, like they're like the nicest people like ever. Like that was my impression, and I'm sure they are. I'm sure they are. I'm not saying that they're not, but like it's flabbergasting to me that they're like crashing out as hard as they are. Like it's yeah, the JP player base are like so chill. It's so cool. The fact that they're crashing out, bro. The Angry Joe show, you done fucked up. You know, like damn. Like, I don't think I've seen a single JP player happy about this, or like even mixed. Like, they're all like upset about this. Yeah, it's crazy. Am I following you? Luna. I like getting old gacha units for free, but it's not worth the sacrifice at all. They're the only reasonable way of getting plus 10 units. Yeah. So, I mean, a lot of these everyone here pretty much has like more or less, it's pretty much the same thoughts, you know? Definitely going to be cutting back my spending. Ah, that hurts. It sucks because I want to support this game, but you know, seeing this change, like for me, as someone that just dropped so much, like a good fucking stack on Emblem Edelgard, you know, it fucking rubs me the wrong way seeing all this shit, you know? It just does. It does. I'm not gonna lie to you. Like, it rubbed me the wrong way. It really, really did. And it makes me want to spend less too. I'm not even gonna lie to you. But it's also like I want to support this game, man. I do. I want to be like, all right, you deserve, you know, I like this game a lot. Here, have, you know, I'll buy this trait fruit pack or whatever, you know. But now it's like, damn, dude, like I've always been that guy where it's like, all right, it's a gacha game. At some point, it's going to EOS. That's every gacha game. So I'm in the mindset of, okay, I'm gonna spend money on this game knowing it's gonna end because I'm here for the ride. But at the same time, and this goes for any gacha game I play, if I think EOS is like 3 months from now, I'm not gonna spend money. I'm not. I'm not even gonna drop a penny. Like I'm just literally not. What's the longest living gacha game? I know Dokkan Battle's up there. It's like about to hit 11 years in like 2 months, literally, or 1 month from now. One Piece Treasure Cruise. I think a couple of the Honkai games, like the old ones. Bleach Brave Souls. There's a couple of gacha games that lasted a while. Not a lot last like past 4 years or like 5 years. So for Faye to hit its 9th year in like 2 months, or like a month, like that's not bad. You know, that is an accomplishment. Darkest Coffee. It's kind of fucked, and in my mind it confirms that they really do intend on ending things with the end of Ragnarok. It's a downward revenue continues to trend like this, which didn't really believe beforehand. Yup. Pointed. Sign of EOS. As someone who's played Faith since the beginning, I have to wonder if it's a sign of what's yet to come. We're in book 10. I don't even know if we're going to be at the end, since, well, I still buy the Fate Pass if this game ends after book 13. Good for me. From what it seems like each stage of Ragnarok is going to be its own book. So that's why I think minimum we have 2 years, like minimum. Because we're in the first stage, next book is the second stage, and then the book after that is the last stage. So that's why I think it's going to be at least 2 years. Go to Reddit, Fire Emblem Heroes. There's a lot of discussion there about this change. I'm scared to go to Free Reddit. I'm not going to lie to you. I'm very fucking scared. So I think I might pass on that. But yeah. No, I don't. Stop. I don't want to upgrade to Windows 11. What will happen to the ℭ𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗𝔗 change? I hate this change. It robs the potential. Yeah. All right. I think that's all I'm gonna show. A lot of these. Okay, I'm gonna like skim through these just so that everyone's showcased here. So if you guys would like to read this on your own, and don't have Twitter, or you just want to go to the thread and just see it yourself, here's everyone's replies. Sorry I couldn't read everyone. I mean, respectfully, a lot of people's feelings are like, I'm sorry, this caught me. It's like a millionaire saying we have no budget while they wipe their tears with a $100 bill. Anyways, yeah, I'm sorry I can't get to everyone. It's a lot. I literally got like hundreds of responses, like 100 or 200 responses. I forget. I can't get to all of them. A lot of people pretty much feel the same way. This changes shit. I'm on the boat of like, yeah, this is just garbage. While it doesn't affect me personally, because I can count the amount of times I fucking +10 to Grail unit in like one hand out of like the past 3 years. Taking away, you know, resources just in general in a gacha game will always be bad. Again, doesn't affect me, but my heart goes out to all the people out there that are really affected about this, because again, this is someone's favorite that's now never going to be in the game. This is now like now we're having way less options for bridge fodder. Dude, Oblivion can also contest with me too. You know how many times I would like summon people with grails just for like their bridge fodder, like guidance or like, you know, someone else? Like, I'm not the only one that does that. I promise other people do that too. And like now we can't even do that anymore because we're just getting this now. And you know, it's not like the current people in the grail pool, you can buy them an infinite amount of times. You can only buy them like 20 times, you know? I use like 20k grails doing that. Yeah, exactly. But yeah, I just wanted to showcase this. I think it's very important that we have like these community reactions like this. I think it's very, very important. You know, I think it's good to just share our thoughts, have a discussion. I'm glad a lot of you guys really like these community reaction videos and streams. I'm gonna try making this like a staple. I don't want to do them too much, but like for like major things or like, you know, every now and then, I'll definitely try like doing something like this, you know? You know, it's fun. It's fun. That'll be it for me. Tomorrow we're gonna have tomorrow I'm gonna have the video out. That's one. 2, I'm gonna have my last stream of 2025 tomorrow, going over like goals and like just like looking back at the year. Because New Year's Day and Eve, I'm gonna be busy. Yeah, so keep an eye out for that. I'll be heading out now. Thanks everyone for watching. And yeah, take care of yourselves and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Bye everyone.